Hey guys, it's your boy Mark right here, and I'm live from Wellington, New Zealand for you guys. And this is the world premiere of Batman Reborn. I was planning to do this thing with guests actually, and then we were all going to watch the movie all together, but sadly, none of them could make it. And of course, I'm disappointed about that. But I did say yesterday on Facebook that I was going to answer questions um, that I was left with. So here I am, guys. I'm also going to talk about some things that I personally want to talk about regarding the movie. So that's going to be here too. I'm intending for the stream to go about 30 minutes. It might be less than that, but we'll see. So yeah. So Batman Reborn. Guys, this movie, if you didn't know, was originally called The Batman when I first announced it way back in 2016. To this month, actually, I think, was when I first announced it. And after a while, I was thinking about that, and I was like, The Batman, it's not that I don't love that title, but it's probably what the standalone Ben Affleck Batman movie, if that ever happens, that is, will be called when that eventually comes out. And I wanted like my own original title after that, I almost didn't want to change it because I couldn't really think of I didn't think I could. I didn't think I could come up with a worthy title to rename it for. But somehow last year in I think May of 2017, I finally came up with a different title that I think is actually way better than the Batman, honestly. And that title obviously turned out to be, Batman Reborn. And I've stuck with that title for the past 14 or so months. I will say though, don't expect this movie to be like non-stop action throughout the whole thing, because don't forget, guys, my work is done with Microsoft Paint and Windows Live Movie Maker. So you have to understand like those limitations that I have to have. And I think honestly that I think I've done the best possible job that I could have done with those two tools. I mean, it's a very character driven movie, so I think that's going to be very appreciated, you know. And so I hope you understand that, guys. But the movie uh the movie itself, guys, don't forget, just don't forget, it's 2.5 hours long. Well, if we're going to be exact, it's 2 hours and 33 minutes long. So when you do get the chance to watch it, I highly recommend that you guys take a visit to the bathroom and get some snacks and drinks for it. uh, but now that I think about it, I think I will also like read off of my inspirations for the movie. But before I do that, as well as answering the questions I was left with, I have to be clear about something. And I'm not trying to be mean or rude by saying this, but if you end up being upset that a certain character doesn't have as much screen time as you'd like, and I'm just being honest with you, like a character such as Commissioner Gordon or the Joker, well, guess what? I didn't make any promises, okay? I never said they were going to be in a whole bunch. I showed them, which meant you knew they were part of the movie. But even if you don't think that, like, if you don't like the fact that they're not in it maybe as much as you like, it's I feel like each character in the movie shows up when they absolutely need to, and not more than that. And the Joker himself has about, I think, 30 minutes to 1 hour of screen time anyway. And for the most part, he's still an absolutely essential part of the story. And the story itself, just to be clear, I kept very vague as possible, because there's a lot of stuff that I'll talk about in a second, actually, so we'll put that on hold. Um, so I wanted to get that out of the way and make that all clear. And now it is time for the part where I discuss my inspirations for the movie. And after that, I'll be answering the questions that I was left with on Facebook. Now, when I answer the questions, I'm not going to spoil anything at all, but I promise you guys, in the movie, there are a lot of twists and surprises. I promise you that I think will make your jaw drop and have you in awe. And when you guys comment on the movie tomorrow, or whenever after tomorrow that you get the chance to see the movie finally, I want you guys to talk about the spoilery parts, okay? And give your thoughts on them. Please. I would absolutely freaking love that. I really would. So I highly recommend that if you watch it, don't read the comments because there could be very big spoilers that I want to be talked about, actually. You know, just saying. So now, sorry. I'm going to tell you guys all of my inspirations for Batman Reborn. And just so you know, I'm not going to explain how that these things have inspired my film, because we'll be here all day if I do that. So here we go. First, there's like about 10 or 12 here. So the number one thing that inspired Batman Reborn was obviously the Dark Knight trilogy. I mean, come on, how could you not expect that? And another inspiration, Christopher Nolan in general. You know, he's my favorite director of all time. And of course, he would be an inspiration for it. Next thing that inspired it, Django Unchained, the 2012 Western film directed by Quentin Tarantino. After that, Blade Runner 2049, a movie that came out last year. Absolutely love that movie. It Is Raining Blood and Friends, my own show, inspired me to do it. So there. M. Night Shyamalan's Unbreakable, released in 2000. I can't wait for Glass, man. That's going to be amazing. The Batman Arkham video game series, amazing game series. That was like probably, that might have been like the second maybe biggest inspiration. Actually, I'm not too sure. Black Panther, the 2018 movie, MCU film. That was another inspiration for it. Spider-Man 2, released in 2004. That's definitely, I think you'll be able to see the inspiration for that one. And Ben Affleck's Batman in BVS and Suicide Squad. All right, Ben Affleck's Batman. I love his Batman, except for in Justice League, because in Justice League, Batman was crap in my opinion. Well, Bruce Wayne was pretty good, but Batman himself was eh. But Ben Affleck's Batman and BVS and Suicide Squad, minus the killing, which was stupid to me, is another inspiration for this. Like, that was one of the big things that I like that wanted me to do my own Batman film, because I love his Batman and BVS and Suicide Squad, man. Really is. I hated the killing. That part sucked. Don't care what anyone says. But yeah. Iron Man, the very first Iron Man movie, way back in 2000. That was another inspiration, of course. And the final thing that I could think of that was a huge inspiration for Batman Reborn is the Marvel Cinematic Universe in general. It's my favorite movie franchise of all time. And for example, it did make me want to include a post-credit scene. Yes, there is a post-credit scene at the very end of Batman Reborn, guys. So when the credits start rolling, stay for another 10 minutes, okay? Because you do not want to miss that post-credit scene. It definitely tells you a lot about the future of this franchise. It'll give you a hint of the future of the franchise. And so those are all the things that I could think of, guys, that inspired my movie. And now we'll get to the questions that I was asked. And I'm going to keep the names of who asked these questions anonymous, just so it feels like an FAQ thing, so it feels like a real big red carpet premiere Q&A thing, you know. So you guys enjoy. One of these I think is actually a troll question, but I'll answer that anyway. And I'm going to answer that one first, actually. And this question is Ben Affleck in it? You know, it's funny because with the way I do my movies and shows, you know, with Movie Maker and Paint, this actually could be used as a valid question. But it's not like, but you know, like I said, it's Movie Maker and Paint. It's not like I could get the real celebrities to be recorded in front of a camera personally or anything. Heck, no, I couldn't do that. Not easily, at least. But to answer that, no, Ben Affleck is not in it. 100%. Telling you right now. And if I was going to include any Batman actors before me in it, it was going to be Christian Bale. Because we all know he was far and away the best Batman. To me, I don't care what anyone says. No one's going to convince me he isn't the best Batman. I don't care if he wasn't comic book accurate or whatever. There was still no other Batman who could capture my heart the way he did. Period. So that answers that. Next question. Will it feature any other superheroes? Well, like I said, I am not going to spoil anything for the movie. But if you're asking me if like Superman or Wonder Woman or The Flash or Green Lantern are in it, then I will confirm 100% that they are not in this movie. Okay? In fact, the Justice League overall, they might not even exist in my universe. Like those type of superheroes. However, if you're asking me if there are any other Bat family superheroes in the movie, all I will say is maybe. Just maybe. You'll find out for yourself. Next question. When did you come up with the name? Was there inspiration or did it just sound cool and you went along with it? Funny. I actually did answer this question, like maybe unintentionally, around the start of this live stream, but I'll say it again. My movie was originally called The Batman. That was before I changed it to Batman Reborn at around May of 2017. And everything else I'd mentioned, you know, about how I came up with the title, was like around the start of this live stream. So you can just you can just rewind to about the start of this and find out for yourself, my man. And next question, what inspired you to make Batman Reborn? I had a show on YouTube, guys. It ran from 2014 before it finally had its final season last year in 2017. It was called It Is Raining Blood and Friends, which I mentioned when talking about my inspirations for this movie, of course. And back then, back in about 2016, when I was thinking that if I could do that series, I could do a whole movie, a whole Batman movie. I decided that in June or July of 20 years later, in July of 2018, when the movie is finally about to be released. So yeah, that's that. I'm very proud actually of what inspired me to make it. So yeah. And the final question I have, what are some of the influences from the Batman franchise that we'll see throughout the movie? Well, the one and most obvious one is the Dark Knight trilogy. My movie actually turned out a lot more Nolan-esque than I thought it would. Not that it's a bad thing or anything. I mean, I even used some of the actual quotes from the trilogy in my movies, so yeah. But the character of Batman / Bruce Wayne himself, played by yours truly, of course. I have I cast myself as Batman back then, and I stuck with it to this day. I got some positive reactions to myself as Batman, and I got some negative ones. But either way, nothing was stopping me from playing Batman myself in my own film. I even got like people like telling me that they want to replace me as Batman in my own Batman movie. Like, are you nuts? Do you think I'm gonna do that? But anyway, the character of Bruce Wayne slash Batman himself in my movie, I would say he is like Ben Affleck's Batman, minus the killing, of course, and Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne. You know what I mean? But as for the Joker, if you want me to talk about the Joker, I would consider him in my universe like a combination of Heath Ledger, Jared Leto, and the Arkham video games Joker combined into one. That's really about it. Wow. How long has this been? I don't think it's been 30 minutes. But yeah, I think that concludes it, guys. Today, on July 17th, 2018. Sorry, still with us? Alright, today, on July 17th, 2018, I have done this live stream for you guys. And tomorrow, on July 18th, 2018, on the 10-year anniversary of The Dark Knight by Christopher Nolan, you're all finally gonna see my master plan come to fruition with Batman Reborn. So thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. Even if you're watching this from the future and didn't get to catch it live, I'm still happy you guys got around to seeing this. I hope you guys enjoy the movie, and I will see you guys later. Peace.